at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, Barber. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Geno now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Shaquill Griffin in on the stop defensively. The Texans had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And he didn't spike it. He faked it. Buying time to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Bronco switch. Bronco. Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready?
One more time with Barber. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Throwing, Jones.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
ETN up the middle.
Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that.
And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Barber, touchdown, Houston. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in his first quarter. He's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now a give, running right, Barber.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Geno. He's letting it fly for Cooks.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Geno. He'll check this one down to Barber. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Barber. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go now.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run with Barber. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete as well.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Smith now to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
A give running right, Etienne. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Smith's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Play action. It's Smith. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith. He'll buy some time right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll run the counter with Barber. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Once again, it's Barber. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
66 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
They'll try and run here with Barber. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Cougar 19.
Barber on 1st and 10.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try the air now with Smith. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. After the interception, here's Smith. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Now Geno on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Smith. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Off play action. Jones forced out to his left.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that there could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll air this one out for Kirk. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, 34 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
They'll run with ETN and trying to shake free, but ETN cannot. The defense will stop him short. Going for it, here's ETN.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And Ingram holds it in.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, Smith. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out.
A huge play there for Houston. 72 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Running with Barber out of the gun. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A handoff for Etienne, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And now here's another interception.
And the Texans will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jonathan Bernard able to get in there and run him
him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be third and forever. And my goodness, another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Texans up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it. It's Spiller. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And they'll run with ETN.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Barber. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Barber here, right side. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing now, Smith. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. To try again after the sack. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it.